Hey Razmanites, you got the Razman. Still stuck on the webcam, unfortunately, but hopefully not for too much longer. I've heard rumblings that things might be in the works, so we'll keep our fingers crossed with that. But since I can't do an elaborate video, I thought I would make a second attempt at talking some professional wrestling. I shot this video yesterday and it just didn't work out because the file appeared to be faulty. But I think with this capturing software, it has to do with file size as well. So I'm going to get through this as quickly as I can. With the Royal Rumble coming up tonight, a lot of people are going to be making Royal Rumble predictions. Now, I'm going to stay away from that, with the exception of a Dark Horse Royal Rumble winner that you will hear at the end of this video. What I am going to do, though, is talk about 4 things that I think are absolutely going to be set in stone for WrestleMania 27. One hasn't been teased, the others have been teased in one way or another, and I'm going to explain why I think they're going to happen. First up, Bret the Hitman Hart versus Vince McMahon in a street fight at WrestleMania 27. This is the only reason, in my opinion, that Bret Hart agreed to come back to the WWE, so it's actually going to happen without a doubt. The wrinkle that I'm going to throw in the mix is another guy that Vince McMahon has had historic problems with, and of course that is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin has been named as an upcoming guest host for Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania. I'm not sure of the exact date. I will look it up and possibly put it in an annotation if annotations cooperate, but those are always iffy. But with Stone Cold hosting an episode of Raw before WrestleMania, I think it makes perfect sense that Stone Cold Steve Austin could name himself the special guest referee for the Vince McMahon versus Bret Hart street fight, and that would give that even more star power to that matchup. They might stay away from that because they might want to keep it just Vince versus Bret and keep the focus there and the payoff of that thing from 12 years ago, but I just think that's going to happen. I think Stone Cold is going to be thrown into the mix as guest referee. The next thing that I think you're absolutely going to see at WrestleMania 27 is Edge versus Chris Jericho. Now, there are a number of ways they could do this. They could have Chris Jericho win the Royal Rumble, Chris Jericho take his World Heavyweight Championship match at Elimination Chamber, rather than at WrestleMania. He could win it in Elimination Chamber, then Edge comes back and it's Chris Jericho versus Edge for the World Heavyweight Championship at Mania. They could have Edge come out, not even be in the Royal Rumble match, and just cause Chris Jericho the Royal Rumble. Or they could have Edge come out at number 30 tonight, if he's healthy enough, win the Royal Rumble, and have his title shot at WrestleMania, and then Chris Jericho still gets into the Elimination Chamber and wins the World Heavyweight Championship in the Elimination Chamber. But I absolutely think that there's going to be a payoff to this feud that began when Edge got hurt and he was replaced by the Big Show in the Edge and Chris Jericho tag team. Sorry. And please ignore my dog in the background as we continue. Thing number 3 that I think you're absolutely going to see at WrestleMania is Shawn Michaels versus Triple H. I think this thing has been building for months and months and months, because I think the only reason that Shawn Michaels has been so late as they're being focused on WrestleMania is so Triple H can say he never cared about DX, he never cared about me and my dreams, because Triple H just said that he wanted to be champion again. So I absolutely think that this will happen, and the way I think it'll happen is either Triple H will throw Shawn Michaels over, or Shawn Michaels will throw Triple H over when the two are among the final 4 in the Royal Rumble match tonight, and then the other one will pull the other over the top rope, costing him the win. Now, what does that mean for the tag team championships? I don't know, because I thought DX would lose the tag team titles this Friday on SmackDown, but they changed that around a bit, so we'll have to wait and see what happens and how they get around DX being tag team champions. But I absolutely think they're going to break up tonight at the Royal Rumble. And the final thing is who will face The Undertaker at WrestleMania to try and challenge the streak. Since it won't be Shawn Michaels, I think it's going to be none other than John Cena. John Cena is the biggest star that The Undertaker has never faced at WrestleMania, and it was a match that people would get into. John Cena could play a heel or an in-between heel because he has so much haters anyway, and it just makes sense that the biggest star of Raw would face the biggest star on SmackDown at WrestleMania. Now, of course, this all depends on if Cena's healthy enough to compete at Mania, because some people have said the reason he's not facing Sheamus tonight for the WWE Championship is because he has a back injury. But I think that they just wanted John Cena in the Royal Rumble match for this reason, and they wanted to try to keep it a surprise, so they created a faux back injury for the internet. That's my opinion. With that, I will see you all next time. This is reality according to the Razman. And Razman style, it's not... Oh, I'm sorry. I almost completely forgot. The Dark Horse Royal Rumble winner, I think that will be The Miz. I think The Miz is the WWE's next big thing. No Brock Lesnar pun intended. I think he is getting better and better and better in the ring, and he has the crowd in the palm of his hands every time he does his "because I'm The Miz and I'm awesome" part of his promos. The crowd reacts to it favorably. I think he could turn face in a heartbeat, or even if he stays a heel, I think the crowd is still going to cheer him. And that's something WWE hasn't done in a lot of years, and that's an out of the blue winner that the Royal Rumble actually pushes to main event status. So that's what I would like to see happen, is The Miz win the Royal Rumble. Will it happen? Probably not, because as I said, he is a dark horse winner, but that's what I would like to see. Now, this is reality according to the Razman. And Razman style, it's not just a catchphrase, but a way of life.